It's estimated that Africa holds between 7 and 8% of global oil and gas reserves, and yet regulatory uncertainty remains a challenge. But some oil and gas producers are attempting to solve these problems. Angola is a case in point.
They're splitting out the regulator out of Sonangol, looking at marginal fields and putting different fiscal terms in place that makes that more attractive. In Mozambique, on the other side, on the other coast, we're also seeing a little bit more of a progressive production sharing agreement arrangements that recognizes the low oil price and the profitability challenges.
While Nigeria, on the other hand, still has a way to go, despite some restructuring of the industry and the national oil company, and of course improving governance.
There are further fiscal amendments and adjustments that need to be made, and the sooner that can be made, the sooner there's certainty around that.
While progress is being made in some countries, according to the report, the competitive landscape is changing, with renewables and alternative energy gaining ground.
National oil companies, for example, they actually need to think about how to become more national energy companies. So instead of just focusing on oil, especially in some of these smaller countries where the oil may dry up in the next 20 years, why do you want to create a whole set of people or a whole company that is focused simply on oil?
Africa is increasingly gaining a reputation as a gas reserve continent. Tanzania and Mozambique are good examples of huge finds. This is good news from a power generation point of view.
Africa's economic development depends on the availability of energy and power. And I think if you start looking at that, there's a move towards gas as a feedstock or as an energy source for power generation as well.
There's some key challenges facing the continental oil and gas sector, and key amongst those is regulatory uncertainty. And if it's not sorted out, investment is going to go elsewhere. I'm Angelo Coppola for CGTN in Johannesburg, South Africa.